Hello, and welcome back to G Fun Facts Online. Today, we're diving into a story that feels like it's pulled straight from the pages of science fiction, but I promise you, it's happening right now. Our planet is facing a crisis. From climate change to habitat loss, biodiversity is under threat like never before. But what if we had a way to rewrite the story? What if we could give nature a helping hand, editing the very code of life to save species from the brink of extinction? This isn't science fiction. This is the incredible and controversial world of conservation genomics. At the heart of this revolution is a technology you've probably heard of: CRISPR. The easiest way to think about CRISPR is as a pair of molecular scissors. Scientists can guide these scissors to a super-specific spot in an organism's DNA and make a cut, a change, or even a replacement. This incredible precision has given conservationists a powerful new toolkit to protect our planet's most vulnerable inhabitants. So how is this actually being used? Let's look at the American chestnut tree. This tree was once the king of North American forests, with billions of them shaping the ecosystem. Then, a fungal blight wiped them out. It was an ecological disaster, but now scientists are using CRISPR to design a new, blight-resistant American chestnut, with the goal of reintroducing it into the wild and helping those forests recover. The project is just waiting for the green light from regulators. It's not just trees. Think about our oceans. We've all seen the heartbreaking images of bleached, dying coral reefs, victims of rising ocean temperatures. Well, researchers are now working to find the genes that make some corals more tolerant to heat. In 2018, they successfully used CRISPR to edit coral genes for the first time. This was a massive step, a proof of concept that could one day lead to engineered reefs that can withstand a changing climate. This technology also offers a lifeline to endangered animals. When a species population gets too small, they suffer from inbreeding and lose genetic diversity. This makes them weak against disease. In the 90s, the Florida panther was saved by introducing cougars from Texas to mix up the gene pool. Today, we can do this much more directly. Take the black-footed ferret, a species once thought to be extinct. In 2021, scientists cloned a new ferret from the frozen cells of an animal that died decades ago, instantly injecting lost genetic diversity back into the population. The next step? Using CRISPR to borrow plague resistance genes from their domestic cousins to make them even stronger. Now, this is where things get really wild. What about bringing back species that are already gone? This is called de-extinction. Companies like Colossal Biosciences are working to resurrect animals like the woolly mammoth and the Tasmanian tiger. The plan is to take the DNA of a close living relative, like the Asian elephant, and use CRISPR to edit its genome to match the blueprint of the extinct mammoth. But just because we can, does that mean we should? This is where the debate gets heated. Critics argue that these resurrected animals would just be facsimiles, not the real thing, and the massive cost could be better spent saving the animals we still have. And what happens when you introduce a woolly mammoth into a world that hasn't seen one for 4,000 years? The power to edit life itself comes with a heavy weight of responsibility. A 2019 poll showed that 70% of US adults worry that gene editing in wildlife could be misused. There are huge ethical questions. Could a genetically modified organism accidentally harm its environment? Is it right for humans to play God by fundamentally changing a species? And who gets to decide which species are saved? Our laws and regulations are struggling to keep up with the pace of this technology. So where do we go from here? Conservation genomics is not a magic wand that will solve all our problems. But it is an undeniably powerful new tool that can work alongside traditional conservation efforts. It's about finding a balance between caution and innovation. As we stand on this new scientific frontier, we need to have open, honest conversations about how to wield this incredible power wisely. The goal may not be to perfectly preserve the past, but to actively and responsibly help shape a more resilient and biodiverse future. Thanks for tuning in to Fun Facts Online.